friends to our class on parties and party system in India. I'm preparing a short video lecture so that you can understand the major trends of party system in India in little bit depth. Through this lecture, I will basically try to give you an outline so that once you go through the lecture and you have the material already, which I have posted I think 2 days back, so you can understand what we are trying to do. In our last few classes, we have continuously mentioned about the features and the major trends of Indian party system. So today we are going to start with the major political parties in India, and obviously I'm going to start with the INC, Indian National Congress, because I have already posted you the material. Before we start with the party's agenda, programs and policies, I basically want to tell you that INC had played very important role in our nation building because INC had played very important role in our freedom movement. I personally feel that INC had given a national platform to all our political leaders, especially during freedom struggle movement, for protest, for developing the notion of mass politics in India. So INC during our freedom struggle played an important role in developing the notion of what is called politics, what is called mass politics in India, and it basically challenged the elitist view of politics. So that we need to keep in mind. While going through the political parties, I mean either it's INC or BJP or the leftist political parties, we need to keep in mind three important things. First, we need to see the origin and philosophy of the party. For that, we can follow the constitution of the party. Second, we have to see the election manifesto and the programs and policies that the party has basically promised for the people. And third, we have to go for achievements and the kind of electoral performance that the party has done so far. So, while discussing about INC in India, it's quite clear for all of us that the party has always given importance to the principles of democracy, secularism, socio-political equality. You know that the party has played very important role in shaping our nation through nation building policies, through our constitution building. So basically the party had played an important role in shaping the blueprint for our nation state. So this is the basically philosophical background that you need to keep in mind, that the principle of inclusiveness has been very significant in the agenda of Congress party. Especially if you go by the party constitution, you can understand that. So after this, what we need to keep in mind, the notion of Congress system. In our last few classes, I have continuously mentioned that how from 647 to 67, the party had totally dominated the center and the state, and how the rise of separatist movements, regional parties and oppositional forces have basically changed the dynamics of party system in India. And lastly, what we mentioned, that the party's challenge towards coalition politics, the way the party dealt with the nature of coalition politics in India, that actually impacted the entire dynamics of the party. So this is the kind of philosophical, ideological background which will help you to understand the constitution of the party. Second, what we need to understand is the manifesto, that what the party had promised, what the party had in its vision. So if you look at the manifesto of party, and especially if you look at my lecture, if you look at the material, and if you look at the party website that I have already given you, you will see that there are 6 principles: Kam, Dam, Shan, Samman, Sushashon and Swabhiman. So these 6 principles are very important. Why? Because if you just go through the 6 principles, you will understand that basically the area of unemployment and employment, the area of poverty, the area of health, the area of governance, and the area of a dignified life for the deprived. These areas have been addressed by the party through various policies, through various programs. So please go through the 6 principles so that you can understand different types of acts and other things, and if you have any query, then please let me know about this. while we are coming to a kind of evaluation, a critical evaluation, it is important to keep in mind that the performance, the electoral performance of the party has been very significant from 1950s to 2019. Because if you now look at the trend of the coalition politics, then you will see two types of trends in the party's electoral performance. Party's electoral performance till 1980s and party's electoral performance after 1990s, when the Congress party is being more familiar with the strategies and with the notion of coalition. So that you can get from your references that I have given you. Last important thing what we need to keep in mind while going through the website, please go to the section our achievements, okay, and while going to our achievements you will basically see this creating the republic. So while you are seeing creating the republic, please go through the points like, see this, points like bank nationalization, green revolution, white revolution, the question of social equality, the question of political equality, etc. Why I'm telling you? Because all these are the important policies of the Congress. And the most important thing without which we cannot understand the policies of the Congress, basically related to three important policies. One, bank nationalization. Second, Indira Gandhi's Garibi Hatao. And third, green revolution. Fourth, different types of principles of socio-political equality. So please go through all these segments for your short notes. In this way, we can at least have an outlook on the party. So wish you a happy learning. Please go through it.